Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel today. So today we're making this delicious veggie Nigerian sauce. So tasty and so rich. Welcome to the Sumptuous side of YouTube. My name is Teresa Metuka and you're welcome to my channel today. So I'm washing goat's meat. I'm using goat's meat as part of the proteins in making the sauce. So I added a bit of lemon to wash the goat meat. This is to remove that strong smell from the goat meat, and this is also going to help tenderize the meat and also add a bit of flavor to the meat. So once I did that, I chopped my goat meat into small pieces because I didn't want it to have that chunky size. Just wanted to be a small piece of goat meat. I seasoned the goat meat with some onions, seasoning cube, garlic and ginger, pepper, and some salt. So I mixed it up together and allowed the meat to boil up without adding any water. This is to allow the meat to extract its own stock, and this will also have enhance the flavor of the meat. So just stir very well, cover up for some minutes to cook up, and then I added water enough to cook the goat meat until soft. So another protein I'm making use of is fish. I'm making use of Titus fish. So again, I'm cutting the fish to remove the dirt from the fish and wash it properly. So for the fish, I'm going to roast it. You can decide to boil your fish, you can decide to fry your fish, but I prefer the roasted method. I'm just making some incision on the fish. This is to make the fish roast faster, and I'm just seasoning up with some spices. I use some coriander, some sage, some Italian spices, some paprika, and salt. So I'm going to spice the front and the back and massage all parts of the fish so that the spices can enter deep into the fish. I prefer the roasted method because to me it adds more depth of flavor to the fish and also to the dish. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, thanks for stopping by, and to all my returning viewers, thanks a lot. Do not forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your notification to get notified of when I drop new videos. Give this video a thumbs up and comments below. Brush the fish with oil on both sides and place in a preheated oven and roast for 10 to 15 minutes. Flip the fish on the other side too so that both sides of the fish can roast evenly. Thing to do is to blanch your vegetable. So I'm making use of ugu, and I've washed my ugu properly. I've cut it and washed it properly. So just soaking it in hot water for 5 minutes, and once it has been soaked 5 minutes, we're going to drain it out and use cold water to cool the process. This is to allow the ugu not to get overly soft and also to retain its vitamins. Water you should use to pour over your ugu that have been soaking hot water should be ice chilled water. This is to stop the ugu from overly getting too soft and also to retain the nutritional value. So my goat meat is properly cooked, but I decided to just put it in the oven and roast it a bit. This is to add more depth of flavor. You can decide to just leave your goat meat the way it is, but I just wanted to roast it a bit to have that crunchy and also that depth of flavor. So the next thing I'm doing is to debone the fish. Like I said, you can decide to boil your fish, you can decide to even fry your fish, but I prefer roasting my fish. Just debone it and then we'll move to the next process. So bleach your oil for like 30 seconds or a minute and add in chopped onions. You can also decide to add locust beans. There's, if you want to make use of it, this is going to add flavor to your dish, but I'm not using locust beans in mine. So I added a chopped tomato and pepper. I'm using the red pepper and the yellow pepper. I'm going to fry this until it is a bit dry. Into this, I'm adding some grounded prawn and crayfish. Add in your seasoning cube. You can also add in salt, but I am being mindful of the amount of salt I put in this, so I'm not going to add salt at this point or until I taste and see if it needs any addition of salt. But towards the end, I didn't add any salt because it didn't need it. There was no need for salt. So I'm going to just allow this to just cook up for a minute, and then I'm going to add in my goat meat stock. You can decide to use whatever stock that you like. My stock congealed together because I placed it in the fridge for some minutes, so that's why it's looking congealed together. So just stir together properly and just let it cook for a minute, and then you add in your meat, your fish, and that's all, the meat and the fish. I love this vegetable sauce because you can decide to use anything you want. You can decide to use any protein that you want. So basically, you can just decide to use only fish. You can decide to use only the beef. But yeah, I'm just using the fish. I use pala fish, I use Titus fish, and also use goat's meat. So whichever one you want to stick with, whichever protein you want to do, just go with it. On a normal day, I usually use only fish, but because I was going to share this with my family and I was making it in large portions, so I just have to put a lot of other protein so that everyone can have a feel of all the delicious protein. And also I want this sauce to be very, very tasty, and let this cook for 5 minutes. This is to allow the stock to enter into your protein properly. Add in the ugu. Ensure that you squeeze out the excess water from the ugu so that your sauce will not be too watery, and then stir this very well to incorporate all the ingredients together. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment below. You can decide to comment anything. You can decide to comment with an emoji. And also do check my other previous videos. I have lots of amazing sauce, so I'll be dropping the link to this different sauce at the description box below, so do well to go and check them out. If you want your sauce to be a bit watery, you can decide to add more water or more meat stock, but I didn't want mine to be that watery. I want mine to be exactly this way. So cover up and cook for 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, your sauce is ready. So you can decide to pair this with any carbohydrate of your choice. Well, I ate mine with rice and plantain and the vegetables. So delicious. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, tap on your notification to get notified of when I drop new videos. Do comment, like, and share this delicious recipe. I'll catch you on the other flip side. Bye for now. Lots of kisses. Ciao.